When I was working in family practice and palliative care, before I did addiction medicine, I noticed that who got sick and who didn't wasn't accidental. It's the subject of my book, When the Body Says No. And then again, in The Myth and Norma, people tended to be compulsively concerned with the emotional needs of others rather than their own, identified with duty, role, and responsibility, so their work in the world rather than their own true selves. They tended to suppress healthy anger. So they tend to be very, very nice and peacemakers. And they tended to believe that they're responsible for other people feel and that they must never disappoint anybody. Two fatal beliefs. So these are the people that, according to my observation, but according to a whole lot of research as well, that I didn't even know about, but have since found, elegant research. These are the people that tend to develop autoimmune disease. Now, in this society, which gender is more acculturated, programmed to suppress their healthy anger, to be the peacemakers, to be the caregivers? Women. This is a function of a reality that a lot of people deny, but it's a patriarchal society, which we can talk about, but it's not a conspiracy. It's just how it works. So me in my marriage, I expect my wife to absorb my stresses. And if I'm unhappy, guess who I blame? And who do I take it out on? So she would experience somebody who's can be hostile for no reason and blaming, and she has to walk around eggshells. Now, thank God she's not the type to do that for too long, and at some point she'll call my bluff, and then I either wake up or she says, thank you very much, but enough of this, you know. And so she would experience somebody who was irritable and unreasonably blaming and not taking care of their own needs, and then expecting her to take care of them for me. And we both had to grow up. She was programmed that way as a child. Her parents had a lot of problems, and she became the peacemaker and a caregiver emotionally. And then she carries that role into her marriage with me. And here's where the bad news is for people. We always marry somebody at the same level of emotional development or trauma resolution as we are. So when we met, we were two traumatized people, not even realizing it. And then we played out our traumas, and I played it out in the typical male way, which is to be aggressive and demanding and resentful if she wasn't around to mother me. And that's what she would have seen. And this dynamic can still arise, except when it does, she puts a stop to it right away. And I have the grace and the wisdom, I know how to understand, yeah, I'm doing it again. In fact, I haven't done it since then, because I just don't want to be that guy. But that's what she would have seen.
And what was going on inside your head?